Hey, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. So I am doing a tutorial on the Patriotic butterfly. You can get these boards from Unique in the Creek. So I'm going to go over step by step how to do this. So you're going to need your zip ties. You're going to need your butterfly board. You're going to need your body, whichever one you decide to use. I am using the red, white, and blue. Now this is fabric mesh and it is 10.5 inches. So I have cut all of my material at 10.5 inches. That way it's completely square. You're also going to need your stars, whichever stars you decide to use, if you want to use them on the blue part of the butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how to do the petal. It's very easy. So these are all cut at 10.5 inches. Okay, so we're going to do it with the curved side facing up. Okay, you're going to turn it into a diamond. For consistency, I always use the serged edge on my upper left hand side. Okay, so I'm going to bring y'all down just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and bring it to the middle. Take this corner, bring it to the middle. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. Then we're going to half it again. We're going to take this edge, bring it to the middle, take this edge, bring it to the middle, and then we're just going to scrunch it right up where those two meet. So this is what you have. Okay, so we're going to flip it over, and then all you're going to do is bring both petals together just like that. Get your clips, whether you have the metal clips or the clothespins, whatever you have, and just clip them together. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few more times. I'm doing one in each color. So diamond shaped, this is 10.5 by 10.5. That way it's completely square. Okay, so this end to the middle, this end to the middle. We're going to half it again, half it again, and then scrunch and bring them together. Now for the Patriotic butterfly, you're going to need 32 pieces of blue, 24 red, and 24 white. Okay, so we're putting 2 pieces in each zip tie. So what we'll do when it comes time is we're just going to butt these up together, and that is going to be your petal. Okay, so I'm going to show you on the white. Okay, serged edge up here on my left hand side, middle, middle, half it again to the middle, half it again, and scrunch. Flip it up just like that, and clip it. Okay, middle, 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 scrunch, flip, clip. So same thing with the blue. Middle, 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 scrunch, flip, clip. Okay, now I do have the rest of the petals already done. just like that. Now, for the outside petals, you can go ahead and load the board. I will turn it over so you can see it, screenshot it if you need to. The outside holes, we're going to do a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do the outside petals as well. So I'm going to show you with the blue. So we're going to take 2 petals and we're going to put them side by side. Here you're going to need extra zip ties. Okay, so go ahead and take one of your zip ties and go ahead and close it. Okay. But 2 of your pieces together. Take your zip tie. Now you don't want to do it too tight, because what we need to do now is take another zip tie and run it up the back of that zip tie, just like that. And we're going to use this side, this zip tie, to fasten it to the board. Okay, so flip it back up. Do that really tight. And then cut off your ends. And I'll show you, I'm getting ready to show you why we're doing it that way. Okay, so let's get these clips out of our way. Bring the board back up. So for y'all, it's going to be, I'll do it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 rows of blue. So this whole section is going to be blue, and then we're alternating the red and the white, red, white. That way we get our stripes. Okay, so let's get started. So I've already showed y'all how, I just showed you with the blue, how we put those together. So now I'm going to show you why. Because there's not 2 holes, there's only a single hole. So you can't put your nub in there just like that and zip tie it. So what we're going to do is take our zip tie, run it down through there, flip it over, and then zip tie it just like this. Okay, and then you can go ahead and clip that off. So that is how we are going to get our red and white stripe. So we're going to do red and white on the bottom 3 sections. Okay, so take the end of that zip tie, run it right through that hole, flip it, and zip it tight. Okay, we've got one more. So up through that hole. Now we're going to adjust these once I get them all in here. Zip it. Okay, now we're going to do, now we're going to start doing the blue. Okay, so same thing. Up through that hole. Zip it. And clip it. Okay, so we've got one more. Clip it. Okay, now we can go ahead and flip it over, and we can start getting our petals all lined up. Okay, now these do move a little bit, but once you get your other petals in, they will stop moving. Okay, so now we're going to start filling in our butterfly. So like I said, the first two are going to get the blue. So I'm going to grab 2 blues. Okay, and we're just going to put them together just like that. And we're going to start loading them onto the board, just like that. Okay, so one more set of blue. So the prep in this one's a little more than a typical ones that I do, but once you start putting it together, it goes really quick, y'all. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm making sure that we have at least a finger's width. This is a lot to hold on to. So get them in there tight. Adjust your petals as you need to. Now I did heat seal these, but you don't have to. But with the fabric mesh, it does seem to fray a little bit more. So I did go ahead and I used my wood burner on this mesh. So now we're coming in with the red and the white. So we're putting our red and white together. And it will go in your board just like the blue. Oh, see, I did it backwards because it goes in this way. There we go. If you have needle nose pliers or anything to pull on these zip ties, it definitely helps the hands. So you can get these boards from Unique in the Creek. And you can even make angel wings with them. You can do all kinds of stuff. I have started playing with them. I did the angel wings with them yesterday, I believe, in our private group. All right, so I'm just getting our petals up here where they belong. That way you can definitely see the red and the white stripes. Okay, so I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to cut off these zip ties. And we're going to start with our next row, y'all. Okay, so red and the white. Get our start out of the way. Come right in there. Kind of straighten them out as you go. Okay, we've got one more red and white, and then we're going with the blue. Straighten them out. Okay, now we've got a set of blue. So I'm grabbing my two blue. Clip off our zip ties. Even though I heat sealed this, I do have one little fray. Let's get rid of it. Once you stop messing with the mesh, it will stop fraying. So don't worry about it. If you get a fray, just cut it off. All right, so we've got a red and a white here and here. Get those clips out of our way. One more red and white. See how each one kind of keeps the next one in place? All right, so now we've got two blues. Okay, one more set of blue. All right. All right, so that side's done, y'all. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. So since I'm already down here, we will go ahead and do the red and the white. Go ahead and just flip it over for y'all. Coming in with our 2 sets of blue. Okay, just getting these tight. Cut off. All right, now we can flip it back over. Start lining them up. Okay, and we can keep going. So you can see how big it is getting. So I need to make some room. All right, let's get our blue. So we're doing the exact same thing we did on the other side. Getting our 2 blue together. Okay, now we're going to start with our red and the white. Make sure we get them on the right side. Go. Just gonna keep working that. This thing takes up my whole table, y'all. Clip those off. Let's get this white tucked down where it's supposed to go. want to lose our stripes. There we go. Okay, coming back with our blue. I need a straight ladder. Okay, our red and white. Let's get those switched. It's easier to definitely adjust everything row by row as you do it. All right, that row's done. All right, so we got 2 more blue. We're in the home stretch, y'all. So the first one I did with decomesh, the colors just aren't as vibrant as fabric mesh, but either one of them make a gorgeous butterfly, I'm telling you. So if you don't have fabric mesh, now fabric mesh is a little more expensive, so y'all just use the decomesh and it will be just as pretty, I promise. All right, I'm gonna have to flip it so I can get this last one in there, y'all. All right, so let's flip it again. Let's get these zip ties cut off, and now we're just gonna, oh, and that one just, it broke. What the what? All right, hold on. Let's get another zip tie. And let's just get that one loaded. And we'll try that again. So, no problems. There we go. Fixed. So it does happen every once in a while. All right. So I'm going to turn it around. Get our petals fixed and where they need to be. All right, now we're gonna fill it in, y'all. So we've got 2 blues. Okay, we're going to do another blue right there. I'm dropping metal clips everywhere. Okay, now we've got the red and the white, the red and the white. Okay, we got one more right here. So this side is completed. White tucked in where it needs to go. All right. Home stretch, y'all. Home stretch. And there went all my clips. There they went. All right, one more petal to go, y'all. And I dropped it here on the floor, so let me grab it with my white. And this will be the last one. Hold on, let me get it going the right way. So the red and the white. All right, they're all in, y'all. Let's zip tie these, or let's clip these. If you do not have a zip tie gun, you are missing out. All right, so there she is. So grab whatever body you're going to use. Now this is the one I'm using. So all I'm going to do is I'll flip it over and show you. I'm going to go in these 2 holes right here because it's held on with a pipe cleaner. Now I will kind of part these a little bit more once I get this body in there. So I'm snugging it in there. And then I'm just twisting the back of it. So just like that. And then these will get twisted and poked right back in those holes. Okay, so now we can kind of part the butterfly just like that. And so there you go, y'all. There is your patriotic butterfly. So from here, if you want to add your stars, now these stars I got from Michael's, I believe. So I'm going to show y'all how now these, all you do is pull off the back and it's sticky. I'm going to go ahead and stick them on there for right now, but know that I will go back and I'll use a little dab of hot glue and actually hot glue them to the mesh. But this way you'll see what it really looks like. So I'm just randomly gonna stick them on there. Just kind of making sure they're both about in the same place on each side. Doesn't need to be exact for sure. Okay, so you can just see it's kind of just pull off. Well, of course this one's not going to be so easy. Okay, so just kind of pull it off. And let's see where we're going. Kind of go up here. Now I'm kind of crossing back and forth. So you definitely want to go back and hot glue these in place. Don't rely on that sticky stuff on the back of these. Some of them are a little harder than others. Okay, let's get some out here on the edge. I think these just kind of really set this blue off as the patriotic butterfly. So I love, love, love adding my stars. But you definitely do not have to do this step. All right, there we are, y'all. I'll bring you up. Now I may add one more star on each side. We'll see. But there is your patriotic butterfly. using fabric mesh. So the fabric mesh is 10.5 inches. So to make it square, make sure you cut your fabric mesh at 10.5 inches, and you will be just fine. So I do have a little bit of frays, even though I heat sealed it, even though I used my wood burner, but that's all right. We'll just go through and cut them off. So I can't wait to see y'all's patriotic butterflies. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.